This is Don't Panic, episode number 407, recorded December 15th, 2025. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Don't Panic, the technology podcast on Gadget Internet and You. I'm Sean Jennings, joined by nobody, because Dan gets up and walks away as soon as I begin the intro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joined, as always, by a man who is there a lack of testosterone in your house, Dan? But is this your manly time here on the show?
That's true. Yeah. No, well, there's not much time. There's not much time at all. This is my only time.
This is finally a rest, a reprieve for this young man. It's Dan Miller. Hello, Dan.
Hello. Thank you. Feeling less and less young every day.
You starting to get the gray? I'm starting to get grays, and I don't even have kids. You
I
get
don't.
the gray?
It's difficult to see. I don't know, and I
was
try
about
not
to
to look
say,
too hard.
You're prepared.
Eventually, I think what happens is it gets to a point where it looks all gray, but it's not. But it does look that way, and so it cuts both ways, I think.
Well, wonderful. Well, what's been going on, man? It's been a little while since we've been together.
It has been. It feels like it's been 3 months, but it's actually only been 1 month.
But God knows it was the longest month ever. And speaking of long months, his long month is now over because he's getting back on track. And he's not even plugged in, so he can't hear what I'm saying. But in a moment, he's going to be joining us as well. It's Colby Radley. Hello, Colby.
Gotta plug in that pesky thing.
I should say now that you're here. And I'm joined as always by my compatriots in the Swept Hair Club. It's Dan and Colby.
Hello.
What's up?
The product is working. What's good, guys?
It's so cold.
Oh, it is brutal. It is brutal. There's a cold snap going on, and it is unpleasant. Colby, I'm sure it's extra windy and cold out there on the coast.
Yeah, I think it was worse in Rhode Island. Like I'm late because I was driving in the car, and I think it was worse there. It's just like a little bit colder there. Like I think the ocean or something, it makes it a little bit warmer, which I guess is nice.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw since we're speaking of this, I'm gonna throw a link in our chat. And if I remember, and I won't, I'm going to put a link in the pics for a tool. I had to buy a new shovel.
Ooh.
I had a shovel. It's whatever the wire cutter pick shovel is. I've had it for years and it's great, but it has a metal tip on the end. And I just put in an expensive new stone walkway that I don't want to damage. I don't think it will, but better safe than sorry. I switched to a plastic lipped shovel, the wire cutters pick, the bully handles one, which is great. But I have to shout out the Back Easy handle attachment. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. There it is in the Slack. It's this, or I could just throw it on screen. What's the point of having a video show if I don't do that? It is a separate handle you put on the shaft of your shovel, or really anything with a stick. And it seems like one of those like stupid like Shark Tank ideas where you're like, yeah, of course, why didn't I think of that? This thing is awesome. It is like one of those like, oh, I've been holding a shovel wrong my whole life, the entire thing. It basically puts an additional handle, but instead of holding the shaft itself, it's a handle above it, and that gives you leverage to lift. It's such a no-brainer. This thing is awesome.
Right.
So shout out to my friends at Back Easy.
I feel like I've seen snow shovels that were specifically built in that way.
It has the little hump in the handle.
Right, with the hump. But this is cool that you can apply it to any tool. I feel like it'd be useful for like a hoe or something.
I was just thinking, yeah, we've been trying to do more gardening. Maybe I should get one of these for just a dirt shovel.
Now, Colby, do you have trouble getting a grip on your hoe? Is it?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm sorry. That was the most juvenile thing I've ever done in my entire life. It felt bad, the words coming out of my mouth. So that was weak. It's been a long month. No, it's all good. Colby, I saw you were just at your new home, making extraordinary progress.
I mean, I didn't make any progress. People who do work.
Your bank account did.
Yes. This is true. It's almost paid for in addition to being almost completed. They at this point we're waiting on inspections and for them to attach the fridge, which almost killed me. we got we didn't want the fridge, the kitchen is, I mean, the house is not huge, but the kitchen is like bigger than any kitchen I've had in my entire life, but it is not like huge. And so we didn't want a fridge that sticks out, right? Like normal fridges stick out like 6 or 8 inches from the cabinet. And that's like cabinet depth fridges stick out that much, which is confusing. So we splurged and got one of the like built-in refrigerators. But they are quite literally built in. Like they have to be attached to something. And the reason they have to be attached to something is that if you open both the doors, it's like super top heavy and will fall on you and probably kill you if you're not paying attention. And I learned that yesterday when I opened both the doors. The fridge started to like tip onto me. It was very surprising, but I survived, and now I'm here telling you, don't open both doors of a built-in refrigerator that is not yet built in.
I would not have thought of that.
You know, I like when it was first delivered, like we saw it before it was in the cavity or whatever, and there are all kinds of stickers on it, like, oh, it's, you know, it can tip over, like, be careful, like 2-person job, like blah blah blah. But yeah, it's pretty serious.
And why?
It's no joke.
Like, why do normal refrigerators have to stick out of the cabinet, and why do the ones that do not cannot be freestanding?
So I think so. At least with ours, the like stuff, like the mechanics, like the stuff that does the refrigeration is on top. And with a normal refrigerator, it's in the back. So that's how like you get the same amount of like fridge space, but the you know, the box itself is smaller, but it's like way taller. It's like, you know, it's like 10 inches taller than a normal refrigerator. And you can see like when you open the doors, there's like a box on top. That is like where the refrigeration and stuff is. So I guess like maybe it's just top heavy, like because all the stuff is up there.
It sounds like a death trap.
Right. But yeah. So, you know, be careful of refrigerators. But otherwise, I'm trying to think what else is going on. We have an entire house of smart light switches. So that's going to be fun to set up. Really test the limits of.
Did you do the Lutron thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, what are you doing for Wi-Fi?
Well, so today Verizon came, which was fun. And what happened? Laura project managed the Verizon installation because I had a meeting. But there was so like our power and like Verizon stuff are underground, and there was one section of conduit that they forgot to put like a string through so you can pull the wire, which was fun. So that was a small emergency. But then I just bought like a you know, $70 Black Friday TP-Link router for now, and I'll figure out the real Wi-Fi situation later. That's my plan. But it does work. There's internet as of today.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
When are you just going to roll out the sleeping bags and just sleep there?
Well, next weekend. I think is the plan.
The first question is there heat?
Yes, the heat's on. The floor heat is working. The mini splits also do heat. So we have dual heat. Yeah. What do you guys have any Wi-Fi recommendations, do's or don'ts?
I still like the the Ubiquity stuff, especially if you're currently in a situation where you understand your entire house and you can put the little disc thing just like in the ceiling. It's elegant, and it's the best possible way to arrange Wi-Fi. However, you 100% don't need it because that's not that big of a house.
No,
So,
it's not.
I mean, not that I need it either. My only problem is that I can't do that, and so all of mine are in the side, and so on the furthest end of the house, the Wi-Fi is always worse.
Right. I've been specking out some of the Ubiquity things, and we can't put them on the ceiling because the ceiling is like wood and is kind of like done. Like there's you can't really make any changes to it, but they have like in the wall ones that you like cut out a hole and install this bracket, and it's basically like flush mounted into the wall, and then you can paint it the same color as your wall, and that's kind of my plan.
That's crazy.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, listen, if we do a good enough job, you'll have so much Wi-Fi, the bears and raccoons in the woods will be getting it. So that's the goal.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I will say I should have thought to put more Ethernet in the walls than I did. I knew it was I just didn't care. At the time when I needed to make the decision, I didn't have the energy to care about it. Now I have the energy to care about it, but it's too late.
Well, again, if you understand in detail what is behind the walls, it can be very easy to put it in.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Yes. We do have like pretty extensive videos of like what's in in the walls.
Yeah.
The tricky part though is our house is so small that it's almost entirely exterior walls with spray foam insulation in them.
Oh yeah, I see. That's a good point.
Right. So they're not just empty walls. We only have a couple empty walls.
Well, I was going to say, considering the openness and then general size of your house, I have to imagine Wi-Fi would work pretty darn well.
I'm not super concerned about it. All I really want to do is get it out of the utility room. Like right now, like the thing comes up in the utility room, and the utility room is filled with pipes. Like it's really the pipe room and like the dryer. But that's pretty easy because it's already filled with pipes. So I don't, I'll just staple an Ethernet cable to the wall or something. Gently.
Your interesting thing, the thing that I've run into with the most issues is just volume of Wi-Fi devices. It's not one using a lot, it's a million. So I have to ask, because you have to get like all new appliances, you got mini splits, how much of that is Wi-Fi enabled?
Literally every fucking thing is Wi-Fi.
Let's go.
Let's see. Both the AC things, the mini split heads are Wi-Fi.
Are those Mitsubishi?
No, they're
things?
like Gree, which I had never heard of. I think it's for budget people like us.
You can't afford the wealthy Mitsubishi people.
Right. Those are Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if the thermostat is, but I'm sure that we can replace this thermostat very easily. Every light switch. Well, I guess they're not Wi-Fi. They're like the Lutrons are like Zigbee or something else, and like there's like a bridge. The stove is, the dishwasher is, the refrigerator is.
What does the stove do?
I have no idea. And the hood over the range hood, like the vent, is Wi-Fi.
That's awesome. Dan, I will tell you, so I saw a commercial for this, so it must be real, but I think it was Whirlpool, or it was someone who makes stoves, and they're like, now we've added a special pizza oven setting to our stoves, like air convection, stone pizza, like that was the gimmick. And literally the commercial said something along the lines of, and if you already have a Whirlpool stove, you can download this new cooking setting to your existing stove, because it's all the same components, just used in certain timing and however they do it. And I'm like, you can upgrade your stove with new ways to cook things. Like, finally, the future is good.
Yeah, but I do want to come back to that of kitchen appliance things. One Wi-Fi tip I did think of. So I asked about the Mitsubishi thing because the Mitsubishi Wi-Fi thing is really finicky, and you will come across smart home appliances where it's like this can only run on 2.4 gigahertz. And many, but not all routers will allow you to create one network that is both. Some will allow you to separate it, but what you really want is one network that advertises both and one that's only 2.4. So that is a thing to shop for in a house with a lot of smart home appliances. But even better, I found, having gone through the tech support process with some of these things, is to be able to say, I created a Wi-Fi network. It's 2.4 gigahertz, and this is the only thing on it. And the other cool thing about Ubiquiti is you can have like hundreds of Wi-Fi, SSIDs if you want.
Amazing.
I also found that really helpful because then I can also turn around to the contractor and go, "Hey, here's the password. Go nuts. Do whatever it takes to connect it. I don't care that you have the password to this."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They, I mean, I'm assuming that I'll be the one connecting everything to the Wi-Fi.
Yes. Yeah, but I don't know, like our water heater is connected. Like there's some of these things that are like,
oh yeah, the water heater also has Wi-Fi.
The water heater is
Fuck.
somewhat, you might find it useful
Yeah.
because you can turn it off when you're not home and turn it
Right.
back on as you drive there,
That's
which could
smart.
save you a lot of money.
Right.
But yeah, like some of that stuff is either just terrible or intentionally designed to not be like user serviceable. And so the contractor has to set it up, and then you've got some jabroni trying to like use. And so I found it so helpful to be like, here it is.
Right.
I created two Wi-Fi networks. They have the exact same SSI password. One of them is water heater -224. The other one is water heater -5. Try them both until it works. Call me when you're done. It was much better than like sitting there, like I'm on my laptop doing things, and he's like, "Oh, okay, no, let me try." Like, "Oh, did you type the password in?" Oh, no, I didn't."
That's good advice. I've already started experimenting with like home assistant, home bridge things because like none of this shit.
Oh, nice.
Nothing works with the Siri dingus.
Nice. That is one of my paternity leave part 2 projects, is to get back to that for me, because it sort of withered and died because it was just running in like a TMUX session on my Raspberry Pi. So
Right.
I need to make it good.
Right. Yeah. But alas, I'm looking forward to this weekend when I connect like 50 things.
Oh, that'll be really exciting.
Oh, that's great. You'll have to give us a final count. I can't wait to see.
Yep. I'll keep you posted. It's crazy.
Well, excellent. Well, congratulations. I will briefly mention, between this and our last episode, I had a home improvement project of my own. My 40-year-old furnace died, finally.
Nice.
And this was when it was not this cold, but it was cold, and I didn't have heat for 2 weeks until they figured out how they could come and replace the whole unit.
Nice.
But the funny story is that the guy who came to look at it, like, I knew it wasn't in great shape. I mean, it was 40 years old. I knew it wasn't great. This guy, he comes in, young guy, opens it up, is looking at it. He's looking at, yeah, he's like, He goes, I got to make a call. He steps out. He's on the phone for a while. He comes in. He goes, I called my boss. I need him to look at it. So the owner comes in, much older guy. Owner comes in, and he's looking at it, going, They both come out. They go, listen, we got to be honest with you. Your thing is broken. They haven't made parts for this unit in a decade. So we couldn't even get parts even if we wanted to, because this thing doesn't exist anymore. You're going to have to do something about it, replace it. And we said, well, how long is it going to take? Oh, at least a week or two. Well, it's cold. What are we going to do without heat? And the guy goes, you know what? Here's what I'll do for you. I'm not going to charge you for me being here today. And in exchange, I was never here. You can run that heater if you want, but your life could be in danger. And he goes, so legally, I wasn't here. We never met. I don't know anything about this. And so I've left it so you can run it. But I'm telling you, and I'm like, so what would you do in your house? Would you run it? He goes, absolutely not. I've been running it like this for years. Like, it didn't suddenly, because what happened was the thermocoupler which basically prevents it from overheating, shuts it off. The bracket that holds it, which is the part they need, had broken, and the thermocouple like fell into the furnace, and so basically it would have just kept, if it had like started on fire, it would have just kept burning. Like the one major safety feature was compromised. And he's like, "You can't run this." I'm like, that was scary. That was a scary moment. But thankfully, 2 weeks later, they came. High efficiency system, all brand spanking new. So that was.
Well, so wait, what kind of furnace was it before, and what kind is it now? Or is it?
It was an
still
old
the same?
furnace. No, it was whatever was standard efficiency back in the day.
But like
and
electrically powered, not like
gas.
Oh,
It's all
gas
gas.
furnace. Oh, okay.
Gas, and then now it's one of the high efficiencies where it's got the 2-stage where it's still gas, but it heats it up, and then it uses the condensation to then heat it up a second time. That's where the efficiency comes in. But what
Oh.
that means is you now have to, well, you used to vent out my chimney. Now I had to run 2 special PVC pipes out the back of my house because one sucks in cool air and no longer sucks in internal house air. And the other one spits out like acidic air you're not supposed to breathe because it's double running the heat, as well as a pump and a drainage line for the condensated water. So it's much smaller and runs well. It's now got a 2-stage fan. So my old one would run at 100% or 0%, and that was it. But this one can now run at like 80% up to 100% because it's 2-stage.
Oh,
yes.
You just reminded me of something else.
Well, I'll just tell you this last piece, which is I get the whole thing installed, and they install it, and it was fine. They did a good job. But I noticed it wasn't running the 2-stage, it was running the 1-stage. My Nest thermostat was too old because I had actually carried it house to house because I'm cheap and didn't leave it. I would buy the cheapest one and put it on for the
absolutely.
next person. And so I switched to Ecobee. And I've been very happy with it. It's a great piece of equipment.
So at least with the Mitsubishi heat pumps, Colby, they are like infinite. They're infinite stage. They have like 100 stages.
Right.
And none of the smart thermostats work with them. It works, but it'll give you like 4 stages. So you'll either end up with your house being too cold or too hot, or it'll be louder than it would be without it. So I just gave up on it. But I don't know if that's true with yours.
Ours, the mini splits are not thermostated. So they're just like, it's like your air conditioner basically. They have like a remote, or you can use the app, like their Wi-Fi. So I assume I'll just wrangle some system of my own. But the floor heat is on a thermostat.
Interesting. That's interesting. So it doesn't have like a keep it at 75 or something like that on the.
Well, it has it has it on the thing itself.
It's a per room sort of,
right? Like
yeah, I see.
Like the unit itself has a temperature that you can set, and it will keep it that room at that temperature.
Mini splits are dope. I love mini splits.
Yeah, it's crazy that they can heat stuff too.
Well, have you all watched the Technology Connections video on heat pumps?
No.
Well, if you've got 45 minutes to spare sometime,
throw it on now, Dan. We'll just watch it.
Throw it on the TV.
Yeah. Share your screen.
I'll put it in the chat.
Well, that was speaking of heat pumps, that's one of the few things you can still get energy rebates on. I was so upset to learn that a year ago they turned them because I looked at getting my furnace replaced 3 years ago, just what it would cost, and there were multi-$1,000 rebates, and now there are no rebates, unless you're getting the most efficient heat pump ever invented, and you have to put a pipe into the magma of the earth to heat it. It's crazy, but yeah, I was like, come on, Joe Brandon. I thought this was the whole thing.
But yeah, the TLDR on the heat pumps, or at least the fun fact, I can't explain how they work. You have to watch this video, but refrigerators are heat pumps. So it's extremely old technology, and air conditioners are also heat pumps. And what we call heat pumps today are simply reversible refrigerators. But the difference between a refrigerator, that box above your refrigerator, Colby, and your heat pump is 5 mechanical parts. It's 95% identical. And
Yeah.
literally, you just need to run the refrigeration in the
Right.
opposite direction. And you need a way to reverse it. And that's it. And then everything else is exactly the same.
It's pretty cool. Actually, it's kind of dumb that they didn't think of that before. I guess they probably did.
Yes. It talks about this in the video too. It's like, yeah, it makes it 10% more expensive and doubles the utility, but
Right.
but no.
Right. Just wasn't that convenient before.
Yeah. Man, this might just be an all picks episode. There's another I think these people spoke at Strange Loop or something one time, Colby. Low Tech Magazine, is that what it's called?
It does sound kind of familiar.
That does sound like a print magazine, if I have to be honest.
Yeah, Low Tech Magazine. I thought you would find this fun. I'm also going to put this in the chat. They've been doing this series on like how to build non-electric solar powered appliances. So, for example, if you could capture energy from the sun and use it to heat things that are highly conductive and insulated, then you could transfer heat from your solar panel into like clay bricks. And then after the sun goes down, your oven will remain hot for a long period of time as the energy slowly dissipates from it. But in the meantime, you could use it to cook. And it's extremely efficient because there is always energy loss going into and out of a battery. So you could just make like an outdoor oven that just passively is, quote, always on, and use it for whatever you want completely for free.
Wow.
And they use this on their solar powered sailing boat.
I was reading an article the other day about a battery, like a kind of battery, which they use it for like in like Europe sometimes for like solar or wind or whatever, like variable, like renewable energy sources. And what they do is they like when there's, when the sun's up, they like pump a bunch of water like uphill into a lake or a reservoir of some kind. And then when the sun goes down, they like, lift up the dam or whatever and like use the hydro energy to like, to run whatever to generate power again, which I thought.
Why does the water need to be warm?
The water doesn't need to be warm. They use like the electricity from the solar to like move the water up.
Oh,
right.
I
So
see,
you
I
can
see.
you can use gravity to like, or water gravity, water plus gravity to like run a turbine when you need
I
it.
see.
It's like
That's cool.
I think there was the same article talked about other ones that were like, heating up sand or something. Like you have a big vat of sand that you heat up and then you can use the heat later. It's like kind of weird. It's not what I imagine a battery as, but cool.
So are we doing a year-end wrap-up here, or what's going on?
A year-end wrap-up?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm glad you asked because where did it go? I've already done this. So I had where did I put that? Do people still use bookmark? Where do saved tabs go?
I have never heard of a saved tab in my life.
No, they're tab groups, saved tab groups in Chrome. And I definitely saved a tab group.
They're not
Tab
saved
groups.
that much, apparently.
There it is. Okay. Open group. So Matt and I recorded on Friday our podcast, and I gave him two options. One is the one we did record, which will be coming out on the feed shortly, and you guys might enjoy this. We famously had a format back in the early days of the show called This or That. In case you couldn't tell, it was a Matt idea, where we basically just did either or questions. Well, we hadn't done it in like years. And I thought, who better to come up with this or that questions than artificial intelligence? So we used ChatGPT, and the goal was to see, could it create as good of this or that questions as we did? And it was a super fun episode. I have that tab still up. I was curious if what was one of the ones we had a really good discussion on? I'd be curious your opinion of. Oh, okay. I know which one. It was, would you rather have everyone remember your birthday or no one remembers your mistakes.
Easy.
Well, this is what's funny is Matt and I disagreed on this, so I'm very curious your answer.
Oh, my easily no one remembers your mistakes. I feel like I would that would make every day slightly better, whereas my birthday is only one day of the year.
I agree. Also, I barely remember my birthday in this phase
Yeah,
of my
it's not
life.
that
It's
important
like
anymore.
I don't care.
Although, Colby, can you run for president yet?
No, next year I think, right?
Next year. So that's the last one.
Right,
That's the last
the
one.
last
Yeah.
meaningful
Then
birthday.
AARP is after that. That's the next milestone.
Wow.
Gross.
Should have a party or something.
I think so.
Well, you're going to launch your campaign, right?
Right? In the footsteps of Lincoln Chafee.
Yes. Yes, future president.
No.
No, by the way, I agreed with both of you, but then of course I did that stupid thing where I had to take both of them to their logical conclusion, which spoiler alert for the episode, but Matt and I determined that everyone remembers your birthday basically makes you a god because everyone on earth knows your birthday intrinsically. So, well, no, because it says everyone, right? So
That's
everyone
true.
knows your so like people in Bangladesh who have no idea who you are know Dan's birthday. And
I don't
so
want that.
It would be like, well, that's what I'm saying. But no one ever remembers your mistakes, I think is great because anything can be a mistake. If I like did a bad job at robbing a bank, it's kind of a mistake. No one would ever know I did it. You know, think of the power you would have if nobody remembered your mistakes. You could do anything.
That's interesting. Well, I guess maybe it like raises some questions about what is a mistake and what is not. Like,
And we have that debate on the show.
right.
So I do recommend everyone check that out for debate.tv, wherever you get podcasts coming to your feed soon. But the other option I gave him was a 2025 wrap up. So I already have a bunch of tabs saved.
Amazing.
If we want to talk about it, I would like for you guys to guess. So I have here, this is the YouTube official blog. Can you name, I will give you, if you can name more than one of the top 10 creators on YouTube in 2025, you will get $100 from me.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can do it.
Top 10 YouTube creators.
You got to name two of the top 10 creators.
Top 10.
Because one I think is easy.
Is Mr. Beast one?
He's number one. That's the easy one.
That's
so I'm not
giving.
giving. So name me one other
YouTube creator.
I only know one other one.
Oh,
one other
maybe
YouTube creator?
Is Ludwig in the top 10 or is he not?
He is not.
That's too bad.
I would point out, I had heard of two of these prior. Most of these, I have no idea who they are.
What about, who's that fucking guy? Like Logan Paul?
No,
Paul?
it's not Logan Paul.
No. Nice.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know any.
Yeah,
YouTube
no, I think we're going to
creators.
get it. Number two is Clayless Blocks, which I think is a Roblox streamer.
Sure.
Number three, I had heard of I Show Speed.
Oh, I Show Speed.
He's broken out of YouTube a little bit. Number four is Double Date. Don't know who that is. Number five is Cadell and Mia. Don't know who that is. Number six is Charlie Kirk, who I had heard of.
Sure.
Then Law by Mike, Corey X Kenshin, Zach D Films, and Outdoor Boys.
Huh. Was Charlie Kirk a top YouTube creator before he died?
That's a good question. There is not a chart. It's a good one though. I don't know.
What is your source for this information?
The YouTube official blog.
Oh, well, it does seem like the source.
I mean, the Roblox guy, he has 7.55 million subscribers, and his videos get like 12 million views just playing Roblox.
Wow.
We're in the wrong business.
Is Roblox like Minecraft?
Yeah, but it's more it's more flexible in what you're building and creating. So it's basically just a sandbox environment where you can kind of build whatever you want.
Got it.
And that's why kids like it. All right, this was the other one. So this is the Google year in search. And so we have all kinds of different trends here. Let's see. I mean, let's see if you can guess. Can you guess any of the top 10 trending searches? Just overall searches, like topics for 2025. These would be big things that happen this year, essentially.
I mean, I don't know. Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk is number one.
Really?
Number one, according to Google.
I wonder,
the U.S. These are in the U.S.
I guess that, like, my reaction when that happened was like, who?
That maybe that's not a bad thing.
But maybe that's why.
Same.
Right. It's like, fascinating. What about like inflation?
Well, okay, I will give you number 10, tariffs.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And I can't remember anything that happened this year.
Well, let's see. So also on this list, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Sure.
Which
I still
I've
have
heard
not
people
seen.
say a lot over the last several months, and I have no idea what that is.
It's a animated Netflix film, and everyone who sees it says it's really great.
Something music, something.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like K-pop music, but they're also demon hunters. That's where the name comes from, I guess.
All right.
I really should. Maybe this will be for our next episode. We got to watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
There you go.
Also on here, Labubu.
Oh, Labubu.
Dan, you know what Labubu is?
Someone visited us over the summer and was telling us about it, and I completely forget what it is, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a little ugly doll that children like.
Right.
iPhone 17, Zohan
really?
Mamdani,
Right.
government shutdown, etc.
Sure.
Right.
Let's see. What else is on here? Is there any other categories? We could do movies, TV shows, music, food and lifestyle.
Ooh.
Google Maps.
Google Maps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trending Google Maps searches?
Well, it's like, I can tell you the top searched bookstores in America.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know how interesting that is. Let's do... Oh, maybe there's nothing interesting here. Okay, I got one other here. We can look at... We can take an end of year... Do you guys... Would you say you're news followers?
The opposite.
Okay, Colby, would you say you're a news follower?
I look at the whatever, like the New York Times.
Well, then we probably won't do well at the New York Times special end of year 2025 news quiz for students. Otherwise, I can give you the 13 pop culture moments that got everyone talking in 2025 as read by the least pop culture relevant publication I could find, Reader's Digest.
Yes.
Let's see what they came up with. Number 1, the world goes gaga for Labubu. We talked about that
Number
one.
one.
Number 1. That I don't think these are in order of relevance. Oh, these are in chronological order. So I guess Labubu happened early in the year. Number 2, Beyonce finally wins the big one. Do you guys know what she won?
Best, I don't know.
Outback Steakhouse gift card.
Believe it or not, one of you were right. And the answer is Colby, the Grammy for Album of the Year. She had never won that despite a lot of nominations in the past. Right. Let's see. Number 3, The White Lotus gives new meaning to the phrase brotherly love for season 3 set in Thailand.
I've heard of that. Haven't watched it.
Yeah, I watched The White Lotus. Was there a question?
No, that was just the number 3 thing that happened.
Fact.
Yes, just acknowledging that happened. Number 4, Katy Perry launches into space. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That happened.
No.
Dan, where have you been?
I've been busy.
Was she on the Blue Origin rocket?
Yes, with Gail King and Bezos's wife, and they went up, and she called herself an astronaut. Which I guess
that seems like stolen valor.
How about the new Pope is an American? We have an American Pope.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we got a new Pope this year.
That's been good for the memes.
That has been. He keeps getting sports jerseys for Chicago teams because he's from Chicago, which is very funny to me.
I loved him getting the baseball bat on the airplane, and then all the memes people made of him sort of looking like he was brandishing it threateningly at all of the all the passengers.
He's again from Chicago. He's a scary guy. Let's see. Do you guys remember the Kiss Cam at the Coldplay concert?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yes.
So
that was fun.
A bunch of people at my work worked at that company before. Like they worked at it was like astronomer or something with the company, and so a bunch of them worked there before. So it was like I feel like I heard about this before it really blew up because people that worked there were already talking about it.
All right, let's see.
When did that happen?
This was July in Foxborough, Mass. By the way, at Gillette Stadium.
Coldplay,
and there you see that. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh man!
No. Whatever happened to those people?
The most painful part of I think the guy got divorced from the guy's wife divorced him.
I mean, they both got fired for sure.
Right.
They did?
I think so.
That never happens to CEOs.
Weren't they like both executives of some flavor?
Yeah, he was the CEO and she was the chief people officer. What happens if I Google his name?
HR.
What comes up? He resigned in July after the incident.
Okay, he did. He resigned
now.
I feel like
probably enjoying his giant golden parachute he got.
I'm sure he,
resigned in disgrace with millions of dollars.
Oh, he's still with his wife.
Oh,
according to
it's
page
I was
6.
just reading. It was the other lady who got divorced.
Oh,
yeah,
got it.
Well, that's really nice.
Now, do you guys think if that had happened and they just didn't react,
100%,
nothing would have happened?
Probably.
It's crazy.
It's just you just can't cheat on your wife anywhere anymore in America. You know, what is this place becoming? Seriously.
Yeah.
Taylor and Travis got engaged.
Right.
I know you were excited about that.
I know who those people are.
Okay. And who are those people, Dan?
Taylor Swift and Travis, the football player guy.
Travis, the football player. You were paying attention this year.
That was that. I feel like that was last year, though.
Yeah, it started.
No,
last year,
it was
right?
definitely. Yeah, the relationship did. No, they got engaged this year for sure. Believe it or not. Let's see. I am so out of the loop. Viral dishes. Okay, I'm sorry. I jumped back over to the Google Trends. Do you want to know any of the viral dishes that were searched for this year?
Of course. Like,
oh my God,
plates or like meals?
I think they're like recipes more so than anything else.
That makes sense.
And this first one is crazy. This is I don't know if this is the recipe, but this is a version of it. It is according to Google, the hot honey, cottage cheese, sweet potato, beef bowl.
We make that sometimes.
Like that actual thing?
Yeah. No, Laura was swept up in the trend and we do it. It's not bad. It's not like amazing. I love
Is the cottage cheese hot?
Also. No. The like it's like you cook the meat. It's like a real like meal preppy thing where you cook a bunch of meat and you cook a bunch of sweet potatoes, and then you like throw cottage cheese on top of it, and you have a dinner, or really you have a thing that you can portion out into 14 containers and throw in the fridge.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah,
I just think it's funny that people were searching for that long hot honey cottage cheese sweet potato beef bowl. By the way, in addition on this list we have dumpling bake, cabbage boil, iceberg lettuce salad. There's no recipe for that.
Cabbage boil has got isn't that like the definition of a bland, flavorless food?
Cabbage boil recipe.
Like,
what is even in
come
it?
on?
Is that like corned beef and cabbage?
A bunch of season. Yeah, it's literally just cabbage and a bunch of seasoning and like butter, and you just bake it.
Okay. Or boil it.
Well, that recipe
you
said
bake
it.
Oh,
there's also protein muffins, Turkish pasta. Now, what's the difference between Turkish pasta and regular?
That one sounds interesting. These other ones, yeah,
right. They don't sound that interesting.
What the hell are people eating?
Oh, it's ground beef and pasta with a creamy garlic yogurt sauce and a buttery paprika drizzle.
I
See,
want
that
that.
sounds all right.
I would try that. That sounds viral.
No, I want to contribute to this by Googling Turkish pasta right now.
Yeah, it might be something you want to try. Onion ring chips. The viral 2-ingredient onion ring chips. They're basically just thinly sliced onion and cheese baked together until transformed to an ultra crispy salty snack. God, we should definitely do a viral cooking challenge on the show.
Seriously.
This is crazy. Well, I know we're up at the top of the hour here because somebody has to put a small child to bed. Last thing I'll leave you with, travel itinerary most searched for city in America is?
Miami.
Cleveland,
No.
Ohio.
Miami is 10. No. Number 1,
Walla
Boston,
Walla, Washington.
baby.
Really?
Really?
Seattle is number 2.
Why?
What?
And Springfield, Mass did not make the list.
Who's searching for those things? Who cares?
Smart people. People
That's
with
true.
taste.
That's true. I believe
guess.
Seattle and Boston are 2 of the highest PhD per capita cities in the U.S.
That does seem plausible.
But that is super weird.
I think next time, so they have like the Google Trends thing. You can go back in years and see what the like in 2014. I would love to do a challenge with you guys to be like, what were the top searches in 2014?
We can do some kind of don't panic anniversary where like, we compare the trends from.
Well, by the way, just
to
quickly, because I clicked on 2014, top searches included Ebola, Malaysia Airlines, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Flappy Bird, ISIS, Frozen, the Sochi Olympics, among others.
Frozen, wow.
Isn't it interesting that half of those search terms have something to do with ice or the cold in some way?
Yes.
ISIS, Ice Bucket Challenge, the Winter Olympics. What was the other one?
Ebola. I'm sure you get cold when you get Ebola. Yeah, crazy.
But I think it would, a way to take it and turn it would be you give us one of these lists and we have to guess which year it was.
What year it was? All right. Well, maybe we'll go with some clever stuff.
Yes, I do have to go and put the baby to bed.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's put a pin in it here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on this episode. We greatly appreciate it. Our website's stonepack.io. Go to the YouTube. Go to the subscribe wherever you get podcasts, all the usual stuff. But we're going to end it here. So on behalf of Colby and Dan, we appreciate being here. We're going to see you next time for another great episode of Don't Panic.